Welcome back to FELSBRUNN on Farming Simulator 19 for episode 15 with me, MrSealyp. It's time. The silage price unfortunately has gone to 500 and stopped. I think before it went to 6 something, so I'm not going to make as much as I thought I was going to make, but I'm still going to do alright. I'm bringing up the telehandler with the bucket on the front because this is going to be a case of just knocking bales into the sell point. I could spend ages with a fork putting them in one at a time and that kind of thing, but that would be a little bit churlish. That said, I should be able to hook up to the trailer with this. I don't know, I've got a lot of bales here. I don't know how well I'm going to do on this, but if I can get through that gap there, I don't know if I've got enough oomph to push these, but we are about to see. They might topple over. If they topple over, that's not the end of the world either. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, come on. Seriously, don't get stuck there. Okay. It's not going to be anywhere near as much. I was thinking hundreds of thousands, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Never mind, it'll be alright. It's all money. These bales have been accumulated over quite a while. Whoa. Let's get over that little step there. Okay. Yeah, might have to come at this a different way. If I can push these ones first. Yeah, I didn't think this through when I stacked them all up. I just kind of stacked them and thought, yeah, that'll be right. I'll sort them out later. I don't think this is going to have enough power to push all of those stacks forward. If I can get them anywhere near moving, like a little bit think. Nope, because there's that drain cover there. Let's just knock them all. Yeah, brilliant. Way to go, MrSealyp. Just crash them all over. Genius move. Oh no, they are moving. Come on, they're staying amazingly upright. I honestly thought I would lose them all. It's not tidy, but it's money in the bank. There we go, goes the next lot, brilliant. What's that stuck on? Come on, keep going. Fantastic. I need to be able to move that trailer really. If I can do the trailer, get those in. There you go. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? There's always one that just won't do as it's told. Okay. Come on. It's carnage. It's absolute carnage. Right, well I think what I'll do, I'm going to continue doing these ones. And when I get to the trailer, well, if I ever get to the trailer. Come on. Yeah, I thought it'd be up around like 700,000-800,000, but 'twas not to be. I had big plans, I did big plans for the future. Don't we all? Anyway, right, okay, well, come on. Contracts have been going fairly well. I'm down to the last few. There's a few fertilising ones to do. Obviously, it's the harvesting one. There's another harvesting one on field 10 available, which I'll probably get onto at some point. But yeah, I will see you in a moment when we get onto the trailer, I think. I've got one bale which is just there. I'm going to have to move that in a minute. All the rest of them have gone. I think I came over here. I was on 500. No, 330,000, something like that. So I'm just under 200,000 so far. This has hooked up to the trailer and it's at a bit of a funny angle. So I'm just hoping this doesn't topple or anything as I drive forward. But I don't know if it's going to take these directly off the trailer actually. It is. Let's do the straps. There we go. And of course the last ones would fall off, wouldn't they? 596. What we're going to be looking at? Here's 600. Some 270 odd thousand ish. Of course, I've got an articulated telehandler. I've got a front swivel axle trailer that you obviously know I love. I mean, they're like my favouriteest things in the world. If I swing that like that and then let it go, and then come back around that way, maybe I can get it out of the way. It's leased, so I could just say, you know, just give it back, but I might as well see if I can just get it out of the way. There we go. There we go. It's easy as that. Take that off. Yeah, I mean, I could have had the bale price gone up by around 600,000. I would have made quite a bit more than that. But that isn't bad, I have to say. Oh, it's because I've got the things up a bit. There we go. Let's put those in. There we go. 600. So yeah, we're looking at about 270,000, aren't we? And this last one, fix this out from around the lamppost. That way, please. Go on, get. And there we go. Whew. Okay, 604,000. That's pretty good. Not enough to do what I was hoping to do, but not bad nonetheless. But it does mean now what I can do is get the tractor I wanted to get, probably get the seeder I wanted to get. Yeah. Thank you for all those people that commented on my Ravenport episode when I was trying to fill up the seeder, and I was trying to put the seed into the fertiliser bay, because it was not a seeder, it was a planter, because the planters on each row, it has the planter box, so as the seed box and the fertiliser goes in a separate tank. Some of them have boxes for each, so they have seed boxes and fertiliser boxes, but yeah, it will only let you put the fertiliser in the top by bag, but then the boxes you need to fill up, but that will only fill up from the ground. So just to make life even more complicated than it already is on this game, you know. But that's that done. Now I've got a big dilemma. It's not huge, but it's big enough. I want to upgrade the Fendt, but I'm also thinking, do I keep the Fendt and just buy another one? Because I want to get a bigger Fendt. I mean, you know, you can see where this is going. I want to get a bigger tractor. So, but the thing about it is, no, not low enough. There it is. I was hoping to be able to get a larger sheep pen and a plot of land to put it on. That wasn't very well done, was it? Too close. But I'm not going to have enough to do that, I don't think. But that said, I was concerned only because I like that the Fendt, it's got the front loader attachment, it's a second tractor, etc, etc. That said, I've got the front loader attachment on here, I've got the telehandler, so I think it's time to trade in the Fendt. It's been a trusty steed, a loyal workhorse, but sometimes you just need to scale up a bit. So, and while I'm saying that, I'm still seriously in two minds what to do here. I'm probably going to get all the way to the store, then change my mind, which is no bad thing. I love, wow, look both ways. Ha hum ha. Lots of decisions. I want to check the job sheet as well. Now I'm aware that I was talking about this a bit on here and on Ravenport, that I've been doing a lot more contracting to make ends meet and that kind of thing, and I haven't really stuck to my usual formula, and that's because the maps are different and the game is different, in that I would always do some logging episodes. Some series I would always start off on forestry. I would at some point during the Let's Play do a big silage harvest into the bunker silos and sell a load of silage, and there are reasons why, and I've kind of tiptoed around it. I've mentioned a couple of bits around it. The problem we've got at the moment is that BGA is technically broken. It was fixed in the update, sort of, and I've mentioned it before about the fact the prices for the silage are all off. So regardless what it says when you buy the BGA, and it may say 600 and that should be like a set price, a lot of people are finding when they're selling their silage, bales, whatever it is, or just loose silage, they're not getting anywhere near what it says on there. And I did a test myself on here to see if it will work, and I mentioned that a while back. So the thing about that is buying the BGA, doing a couple of episodes on a big silage harvest, filling up a bunker silo, compacting it, and then doing the episode where I sell all that silage. There's no point until that gets fixed, until that update gets sorted, and that's a real dilemma. I mentioned the forestry on Ravenport the other day. Again, I would love to do some forestry episodes, but it's going to mean kind of going around from place to place to place, doing a couple of trees here, a couple of trees there. There are a couple of areas where you've got a few trees together, but not enough to do like a full-blown forestry episode. So I'm a bit kind of, you know, like I say, I like everybody, I guess. I am enjoying playing both these maps, but I am also waiting for a mod map, you know, like everybody is. I totally get that, you know. And they'll come when they come. I've said that before. And I've had people saying, oh, you know, you're not doing what you used to do. And you're absolutely right, I'm not. Things have changed. The contracting system, again, I'll go back to what I said a few episodes ago. That's all different. You go back to FS17, your contract was you cultivated the fields. You sowed the fields, did whatever. But the actual harvesting missions now, because you have to actually deliver as well, that's a whole new aspect to the game. I know I've been doing a lot of that off screen because I don't want to bore people. If I do 6 fertilising contracts, one after the other, once you've seen me fertilise one field, the other 5 are going to be exactly the same. You know, an episode of me just fertilising, you know, so that's why I often show the contract end. It just makes more sense doing it that way. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to build the farm up. Bales is one way of doing it, and you know, silage is another way. But once that's fixed, yeah, massive silage harvest. I want to try and fill a bunker silo and go crazy. You know, I want to do some real decent forestry with some of the new equipment. But again, it's a little bit off at the moment. Now here's my dilemma. A large tractor, and we have got, for obvious reasons, I'm looking at a 1000. So I'm going to upgrade my Fendt. Now I could go, that's quite a bit more expensive for the Fendt 900, and then you've got the Fendt 1000. Oh, that's like most of my money gone. Then we've got the modded one, and now I might go for the modded one because I really want to do something different. That's 39 slots, and the in-game one now is 21. Not a huge difference in slots, but there is a slot difference. But there's far more customization available on the modded version, the Ahran Modding one. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to keep it, I think, on Fendt. And I'm going to keep Fendt colours though. I'm upgrading my Fendt. Main colour. Oh, black might be cool. I did think about going orange, you know. Let's go down to design. That does look rather cool, I have to say. Let's go to rim colour. I thought about doing those black. Look at that. You know what? I might do that. It's a bit crazy and it's a bit out there, but you know what? Every now and again, just go a little bit. Somebody messaged me and said that was Fendt's original colours very early on. I have no idea. I'm just going with what I was told. Trelleborgs or Michelins? I actually like the Trelleborgs. Wheel setup. Wides look just epic, as they often do. And then obviously this is where it's going to get a bit more pricey. A 1050. Because we might as well, if I'm going to go up, we go 517 horsepower. She's a beaut. That's 371,000, does that say? Let's zoom in on that, shall we? Yes, 371,000. But that was my intention. Sell all the bales, buy a big tractor. So I've lost my mind. Now, one thing people did say that's missing from the previous version, if we go up to tyres, wides, weights, twins, which looks unreal. There's no twin narrows that we had on 17. Interesting. Do I just go normal actually? No, wides. Okay, so let's buy ourselves a new tractor. Did I just do that? I believe I did. So now the question is, now I've got that, I don't really need this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to park this over here. And if in the next, you know, couple of episodes on FELSBRUNN, I feel that I'm doing jobs and I need the third tractor, that I'm using it, I'm keeping it. If I go a couple of episodes and I'm fine with what I've got and I don't actually use it, you know, to be honest with you, I keep thinking to myself as well, the telehandler, apart from the fact I've just used it, is a complete waste of time at the moment. Because over here, I'm using the front loader attachment with the bag for putting bags in. So I'm doing that with the tractors when I come over. At the loading up on the wool on the wool trailer, I've been using the front loader and pallet forks. So all I really need to do is get a bucket for clearing the feed area, and I can do that with the tractor. So the question is, what's that going to cost me to sell? What's that going to cost me to sell? What am I going to make on that if I sell it? 28 grand. Okay, that's depreciated a lot. I'll get more obviously if I take it to the actual sell point, and that'll get me 48, if not more. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of the telehandler. I'm just not using it. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to get rid of the telehandler. But what I'm going to do then is I was going to get a bigger seeder. And 517 horsepower to play with. So I could go... What does that require? 450. I mean, that's just monstrously big. I haven't got that much money either. I just bought one of those. The Amazon, that's 224. I'd only have about 3 grand left. Stara 215, and that's the thing about it, is if these weren't so expensive, I know it's a direct drill as well and it fertilises too, but the Great Plains is a fantastic alternative. I don't want to be using the same equipment on all my Let's Plays, but I might just go with the Pronto for the time being. The fields aren't that much bigger on here, are they? That'll do both. 104,000. It's at 9 metres, isn't it? I'm going to get the Pronto. The Horse Pronto 9DC. So, let's buy that. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Now, admittedly, I don't need this to pull that, but I wanted this. So... let's fire it up. Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Now I need to fill up seeder. Well, that went a bit loud all of a sudden. No, now I must do this. I've got seed only, haven't I? I'm going to need to put fertiliser in it too. Now, actually, I'm going to fold that first. I don't know if I need it open. Some of them, for some reason, they do need to be open to fill up, and some seem to be filling up no problem at all. So let's see if I can fill up without. I can. With a box that's got 240 litres in. Brilliant. Wow, some of these, what is going on? I think half of these have got tiny amounts in. Although this is going to be pretty full, isn't it? Yeah. 3,000 litres, that's it. Right, fertiliser. Oh, that is just awesome. Thank you, Ahran Modding. Thank you so much. I like it a lot. Now I'm going to have to open it this time, I think. Open the cover. And will it let me tip into this? It should do, because one side's seed, the other side's fertiliser. Oh look, this is going to come in handy. As soon as it's here. And now we can seed our bigger field. Now the weird thing with this, and this is another one of those bizarre happenings, is that for some reason, if you buy big bags and you buy fertiliser, You can pick up the fertiliser, right, it's just this weight's around the wrong way. I think I've knocked it at some point. Just trying to nudge up the wheels, but I don't think that's going to work particularly well. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you can pick up the fertiliser bags, no problem at all with the bag lifter. When I bought the lime to do in that other episode, I'm going to put my teeth back in. They were way too heavy, and the tractor tipped up. Yet they're all supposed to be 2,000 litres. So I was a bit baffled by that. So I thought, well, I'll put the weight on it anyway. Now I'm thinking for 3,000 litres of seed, I'm only going to go for 2,000 litres of fertiliser. I don't need to go mad. That seems to be really heavy at the back now, but don't mind. That's lime, isn't it? I'm sure that's lime. Yeah, it's orange, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Yeah, fertiliser's blue, isn't it? Oh yeah, look, lime's at the bottom. Very, very small writing. So, big bags. Fertiliser. Let's get me one of those. Can I get close enough into this though? I can, just about. Cool. No, it doesn't matter if I tip it, does it? Oh. Not much more room left in that. So, the Pronto is a direct drill as well, isn't it? One. It is. Considering what I said in the last episode, we'll have to get ourselves a direct drill. Just so we can check out the situation with regards to the ploughing, and then I completely forgot that when I bought it. But did I mention I'm having one of those days where my mind is all over the place. Cool. Pop that there. And let's get on with it. Close that down. Lift that up. I'm going to change that to... What else I was going to do? I could do oats, couldn't I? I haven't done oats before. What do oats sell for? What are oats going for at the moment? Oats, 1.7. Canola's going for 1.8. They're actually a fairly equitable prices at the moment. I might do oats, you know, because somebody, Barris, mentioned that he'd actually been selling straw bales when he'd done, I'm sure it was oats he did, and left the swath behind, and he thought rather than waste the swath, bale it up, sell the bales. He actually did pretty well out of those bales, so I could do that as well. That would be something a little bit different to do as well. Maybe sell some of those as kind of the byproduct, so we'll sell the crop and then the bales and see what we get. The other good thing is the Fendt goes at 39 miles an hour. The JCB's 40, or does it say 45? No, I'm sure it's 40, isn't it? Obviously I've got mine in miles, you might have yours in kilometres per hour, so you might be looking thinking, around 1 minute, mine does 65 or whatever it is. I don't know what the conversions are. Actually, yeah, one bag was spot on, wasn't it? 2,000 litres. Come on, cement lorry. Oh yeah, who was it mentioned to me? It's very interesting. I hadn't crossed my mind at all. On Ravenport, you have a cement works where you can do transporting jobs from. But what you don't have on Ravenport are cement lorries driving around the map. Peculiar. On this map, we have cement lorries, but no cement works.
peculiar, but it is what it is. I can't remember who mentioned it. I'm sorry if I can't remember who it was. So here we go. Now this might need refilling because we've got a much bigger field now. Let's start it up. I've got it on oats. Let's drop it down. Let's see how we get on. This is going to leave some odd patches where bits were fertilised before. Some bits have got a double fertilising state, some are sitting on one. It's all a bit weird, but it's limed where it needs to be. And when I get into the first growth stage, some of this will need a second going over with fertiliser, which is great. So we're left with 126,000, which is not really where I wanted to be. I will make a little bit of money when I sell the telehandler back. And we're going over the ploughed bit, no problem at all. Actually, what I might do is a headland all the way around, I think. Because I've made the field bigger, I've kind of gone almost to my edges, really. And I haven't left myself a lot of room. So at least if I do hire a worker to do any more of this, who am I kidding? When I hire a worker to do some more of this, it will make life a little bit easier for the worker. Right, so we are round for our first go. Should give us a little bit of leeway. Let's lift that up. Spin that around and line it up. That's nice, that, isn't it? Look at that. I like that. I like the orange. It's making me smile. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's like a FENDT Baked Bean. Maybe that's what it's called now. It's the baked bean. Cool. Very cool. Now, if you've been watching right from the very start of this Let's Play, you'll know, as my accountant will agree, this was
rather an impulse purchase at the start of my Let's Play. I wanted to get a telehandler and I wanted to get one of the new ones, and I bought it. And in all honesty, for most of the Let's Play, other than when I was just using it on the bales there, it has sat and every now and again scoops up a bit of grass from the sheep's feed trough. If I get to a point later on in the Let's Play, or some other point, or on another Let's Play where I need a telehandler, my other telehandler on Ravenport is pretty much the same. I'm using it for cleaning out the feed trough area. It's a bit scary, isn't it, really? But so what I'll do is drop the bucket and this. I have also got a bale spike I'm going to need to sell, but I'll probably do that one as an online sale. Drop that. Turn the engine off. Now this will need repairing, I would imagine. They both probably will, but I don't know, we'll see. So let's repair it first. Actually, what's that saying it's going to go for? 57,663. 57,728. So it's gone up a little bit, and we'll sell. Okay. And then the bucket itself, does that need a repair work? It's down a little bit, but it's not saying it does. So we'll sell that. If we go into our menu under garage, we should have somewhere along here. Oh, hang on. What's that one for? Yeah, that's the same, isn't it? Bought that and that. I've got the stole. Yeah, don't need that. So we'll sell that. And we'll sell that. But what we will need to buy for doing bales for feeding the what are they called again? Sheep, that'll be the word. So we want front loaders. We're going to need a bucket. We need a bigger bucket, but then to be honest, that takes 940 litres, and I really don't empty much more than that out. I could use one of these instead if I wanted to. Manure fork will take all of those things, as will the fork with grapple, as will the silage cutter, which are all much bigger sizes, but realistically, mind you, can I pick up bales with a manure fork? Probably. I wonder. It's only 1,000, it's worth a try, isn't it? Will that take all the things I just said? Silage, chaff, grass, yeah. Okay, so let's buy that. That might actually save me 2 separate bits of equipment. That will need collecting at some point. Right, the work is continuing. My worker is getting on with fields 18, 19, 20. I'm going to look. What? No, wrong menu again. What jobs are available? Oh, okay, all of the fertilising jobs have gone. So in the time I've been doing that, they've all obviously been fertilised. So we've got a harvesting job available on field 10. Now what I can do, I think what I will do, if I take on the job, potentially a loss of 1,043, but then use my harvester as well, there'll probably be a little bit extra on top there normally is. Yeah. Oh, I'm so annoyed about the... I thought I was going to get more on the bales. Mind you, I suppose I could off screen if I just do a load more bales and just sell a load more in there. Because here's what I want to do. This is my plan. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. No, I'm going to keep my plan to myself. I know. Evil. Let's take on this contract. Borrow items though as well. Probably seems like a waste to do that because I'm going to lose £1,000 on it, but it does mean not that I'm going to need 2 trucks for hauling, but I can run 2 harvesters, and that's kind of the more important bit about this. Now you'll also notice that leading up to this I thought, you know what I could do? I could do the harvest on field 10. So my truck and trailer are already over there. I took them when I did one of the contracts where I was doing
As you probably saw at the start of the episode, actually, where I was doing, what was it, sugar beet, and it had to go to, was it sugar beet? Yeah, it was sugar beet. And it had to be sold at the train station mill, so I took it up to the train. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Railroad silo. That's it. The railroad silo. Words. This happens every now and again, doesn't it? I have an episode where words just aren't in my head anymore. They've just gone. Yeah, so on the way back from the railroad silo, I decided, you know what, if I leave my truck and trailer by field 10, when I do the harvest, I haven't got to come back out. So that's exactly what I did. As you can see through the trees, just there. So what we'll do now, so we'll swing off the road. My fault. I was over the line. I hold my hands up to that one. So, disconnect that. Open this all up. Make sure I've come far enough away. So I keep driving over the header trailer bar. Okay, if I can get that going, then I can go and get my own harvester. Run two at the same time. Oh yeah, too far back down. Oops. And away we go. That's kind of frustrating because I can't do anything with that. Ah, now I can see. I can see a slight problem. Whoa! That could have killed me. That, yeah, okay, bye then. Okay, there it goes. That was the one that was by the edge of the field, so I'm assuming in seeding that the tractor's nudged it and it rolled down into the road. I need to do something about that because that's going to cause a nasty accident. How are we getting on? I want to say we. We missed any bits. Apologies if that just went a little bit haywire. Farm dog goes absolutely bonkers when the postman comes. Got a couple of these areas here where it kind of not misses, but you get line poking through. A bit weird. But it doesn't seem to have missed anything. It might get a little bit that edge there that runs along the side of the farm is a little bit wobbly, so it might have a problem there, but we should be alright. Seems to be going fine. What I will do is check on my tablet and see. Does that need repairing? No, we're good at the moment. Cool. We are a 3-tractor farm now. I can't believe how much that Fendt has dropped in price. 28,000. And I've been keeping up with this maintenance as well. That's shocking. What was I doing? Oh yeah, harvester. I need to sort out that bale too. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I can test it out. I know it's not the done thing. If I go and grab the new fork thing, the fork thingy. If I grab the JCB, grab the fork thingy. Wall's doing alright. Cool. I mean, actually, I can do it with a. You can do it with the pallet forks. You can skewer a bale, but it's not the done thing really, and that won't scoop that up. So that's kind of why I did it. So all the fertilising contracts have disappeared for the moment. So what I will do then is put that away. I was leaving it there because I was intending to mop up all the fertilising contracts, but full grain tank. I was so busy mucking around doing all that. That happened fairly quickly. Right, I need to get back over to that as well. So I don't want to leave that sitting there on a worker because that's going to be costing me money. Disconnect that. Oh, that's interesting. So that should hook up to that, no problem at all. Right, okay. Oh, that was weird. Didn't mean to turn the controller or move that in that direction. Right, let's go and get this very, very quickly. Then we'll get the other harvester over and we'll get on with that. It's all go. Cool. Okay. Now, there's been a couple of things that have been mentioned about this. It's the same with bale spikes. Now, I was told a while back you should always have them pointing down so you don't impale anyone. Then I did an episode where I had them pointing down like that and someone said never have them pointing down because if the hydraulics fail and that drops the floor like that, donk, your tractor goes over the top. So, if you're a farmer, what do? If you're driving, going from place to place on a road or whatever you're doing, do you have your spikes on down or up, or do you put something on to have a cover? How do you transport yours? I'm curious. I'm always eager to learn. It's a funny place here, isn't it? Not where it should be. Certainly not where it should be. Right, let's skewer it. Come on, be good to me. Kind of. Well, it's on. That's the main thing. Let's go back where we came. Beacon's on. Definitely beacon's on. This is not the done thing. Now, I will just pop this down in the yard. I'm not going to take it over to sell it just yet. So let's get that harvester going on field 10 as well. Cool. Let's fire off the ground. Still not far off the ground. What? Maybe still not. There we go. Perfect, it does work. That's good. We'll do that, and that. Job done. Seeder is still doing brilliantly. Hasn't missed anything that I can see. Let's check on my satellite imagery. Oh, look at that. Look at my field. It's not the biggest field, I think. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to tell because of the shapes. Certainly up there. 12, maybe bigger. 10. It's hard to tell because they are different shapes, but could be. Oh, yeah. Oh, it hasn't missed anything, has it? That's what I was looking for and didn't actually think to check that properly. Right. Stop that there. Harvester. It's all a bit frantic. I just think if I can get the job done twice as quick, then technically the money I'm being paid is way better. There'll be a little bit of maintenance to do on my harvester, but that's negligible. Bit further to drive now because I've got to go all the way around the field. Can't cut across the middle. Now, I would just go across this as it is, but I have had some issues. I had them on Ravenport, that I had a field that I'd sowed, planted, seeded, and in going between one job and another, I drove across the field. Didn't think anything of it. When it then grew, I had 2 tram lines across the middle of it, because there is absolutely no way I would have driven across a crop. I always have crop construction on, so on my own fields I've never driven across them. So I couldn't figure out how or why there were these tram lines. I can only think it was when it was in this stage, but it shouldn't do that. In the first growth stage as well, you should be able to come on and do fertilising and other bits and bobs with your regular tyres. So I was really confused by that. Don't know why that happened. Unless someone else decides to come onto my map and do it. I can't imagine why. Right, close that. So I get this running this side. And then get that going. Jump out. Away we go. And then we go over, unload this one. Of course it's on the wrong side. So field 10's bigger than I thought. But anyway. I think I'll probably go across the crop. I'm not going to cause much damage. Don't think. Didn't even realise when I bought this as well. The Distinction and the Wilson trailer don't take root crops or forage or anything like that. It didn't even dawn on me when I bought it. If you go to trailers, you probably already know this anyway, but you know, it took me by surprise when I did the sugar beet harvest. Yeah, if you go to that one, the cramp takes all those crops all along there and all the extra stuff and seed and fertiliser and lime and you know what. That one, no, not so much. So yeah, that caught me a bit by surprise. And the same with the Wilson. Yeah. Something to bear in mind. Right, so this shall continue, I think, for a little while. There we go. Get the glare off that out of the way. So, the harvest will continue on field 10. We have seeded our own field, and with not much to spare. 288 litres of seed and 646 litres of fertiliser, but I have to say, on the whole, I'm incredibly impressed. I'm impressed with the new seeder, I'm impressed with the baked bean. It's wicked. Does mean we can get a bigger cultivator now as well, so maybe save up for one of those. Again, cultivating contracts, doing our own stuff. We might as well. We've got the small aggro mash at the moment, but if we can pull it with something bigger, we may as well. I need to find a home for this now, don't I? Forgot about that. Can I squeeze that in next to that? I didn't really park that particularly well, did I? Oh, we've got nearly full grain tanks again. Will it go under there? Probably not. Right. Might have to move a few things about here. That might be a bit tight. I'm just worried about hitting the sprider. Like that. Okay. Anyway, so while I reorganise my my yard, and then I'll clean off the baked bean and get that ready for the next job, I think we've come to the end of another episode. We finally sold the silage bales. We bought some new machinery, which is always nice. We've finally seeded our own field again, and we've got another contract on the go. Yep, full grain tank. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.